Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're looking at something that has shaped literally every single one of us, no matter where we are in the world, and that is the classroom. Specifically, we're going to explore the evolution and integration of teaching support systems. Okay, let's dive into this, because understanding exactly how we're taught is honestly one of the best ways to discover how we actually learn and how we can learn better.
Now, I want you to think about this for a second. How did we get from chalkboards, those dusty erasers you had to go clap together outside, and those incredibly heavy textbooks, to immersive virtual labs and global digital networks? Well, it definitely didn't happen overnight. Think of it kind of like building a house. You don't just start by installing the smart home security system and the Wi-Fi, right? First, you need a solid foundation. Then you need a really strong frame. And only after that can you run all the modern wiring. Education is exactly the same, and we're going to trace that whole architectural journey today.
Here is our blueprint for today's explainer. 1. The teaching evolution. 2. Traditional, chalk and talk. 3. Modern, active and engaged. 4. ICT, the digital transformation. And 5. Building the holistic ecosystem. Section 1. The teaching evolution, a systematic shift. You see, teaching systems didn't just appear out of nowhere, they evolved. Education is a living thing, and as society's needs have grown way more complex, we've moved from highly static delivery methods to dynamic, interactive ecosystems. Looking at this timeline, from the strict traditional past right through the modern shift and into our ICT-based present, the absolute most vital takeaway here is that this isn't a story of replacement. Not at all. Each stage builds directly upon the strengths of the previous one, continually layering new, advanced capabilities onto our educational house. Section 2. Traditional methods. Chalk and talk. For centuries, education relied entirely on printed textbooks and face-to-face lectures. This is the concrete foundation of our house. It offers incredible clarity and discipline through direct teacher control. You know exactly what to learn and exactly who you're learning it from. Yes, but that strict control comes at a pretty steep cost. It severely limits flexibility and learner autonomy. It's a highly rigid structure, and as we all know, not everyone learns best by just sitting perfectly still. Section 3. Modern engagement. Active and engaged. If traditional methods are the concrete foundation, these modern tools are the framing in the walls of our house. The entire goal shifted to bridging educational theory with actual real-world application. And this brilliantly illustrates the sudden explosion of experiential tools. Through audiovisual aids, projectors, smart classrooms, case studies, role plays, and collaborative projects, the classroom is no longer just about the teacher's voice. It is about active student participation. This shift makes learning significantly more engaging, way more practical, and honestly just better tailored to prepare learners for complex real-world contexts. Section 4. ICT. The digital transformation. Now we get to the electricity and the smart tech of our educational house. Information and communication technology relies heavily on the LMS, or Learning Management System. To clear up the jargon, this is just a digital platform that integrates e-content, quizzes, and peer forums to provide truly scalable access to learning. And the ecosystem goes even further. Incredible platforms like MOOCs, Swayam, and Swayam Prabha provide massive repositories of courses. The absolute keyword here is scalable. Suddenly, the best resources aren't confined to a room of 50 people. They scale to millions. Let's break down the step-by-step logic of how this actually works in practice. Interactive ICT operates in 3 distinct steps. Step 1 is deliver. This is moving beyond flat text to rich multimedia. Interactive simulations and virtual labs where you can conduct complex experiments safely right on your computer. Step 2 is assess. This is accomplished seamlessly through online quizzes and real-time testing. But step 3 is where the real magic happens, and that's analyze. Because the entire system is digital, it can instantly evaluate assessment data and generate highly personalized feedback analytics. It tells the individual learner exactly what they need to focus on the next. This brings us to a genuinely powerful realization from our source material. ICT systems democratize education by breaking geographical barriers, offering flexibility, and fostering lifelong learning. Breaking geographical barriers fundamentally changes the game for learners. Think about it. A student in a remote village with an internet connection now has access to the exact same interactive simulations as someone at a prestigious university. It creates this incredibly flexible environment where learning doesn't just stop on graduation day. It fosters true, lifelong learning. Section 5. Building the holistic ecosystem. So the grand synthesis here is that the classroom of the future isn't about abandoning the old foundation for smart tech. It's about blending them. Each system brings an irreplaceable contribution. Traditional brings clarity. Modern brings engagement. ICT brings accessibility. They fit together perfectly, just like puzzle pieces. You simply cannot have a dynamic, technology-enabled ecosystem without the foundational clarity of traditional instruction, nor can you have modern engagement without the scalable accessibility of ICT. The end result of that perfect blend is empowerment for both teachers and learners. It isn't a battle of the teacher versus the technology. Instead, the ultimate goal of higher education today depends entirely on this balanced framework, where technology empowers the teacher to guide the learner better and faster than ever before. When these traditional, modern, and ICT systems are integrated correctly, every single person involved in the educational process wins. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a provocative question. Is your learning ecosystem truly holistic, or are you stuck in the past? Whether you're a student, a professional upskilling, or an educator, ask yourself if you're truly utilizing the foundation, the framing, and the digital tech to their absolute fullest potential. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope this deep dive helps you build a better, more holistic way to learn.